Today's project is a Christmas tree candle holder. It's that wonderful time of the year. I'd love to adorn my home with numerous Christmas trees. This tree-shaped candle holder is simple to craft, yet remarkably effective in creating a romantic atmosphere. Using 1.5 kg of stoneware clay on a full-size throwing bat, I'll form a cone shape to equalize the clay's density while centering it. Squeeze the clay with both hands at the bottom, shifting the clay upwards using the edge of the palms. Maintain stability by anchoring both arms on the splash pan. As my wheel setting is higher than usual, use your thighs to support your arms. Now, the right palm edge pushes the pinnacle from the 5 o'clock position towards the 10 o'clock position. Repeat this action until the clay feels smooth and easy to manipulate. When the clay is ready, let's make the base disc, the bottom size of the pot. Keeping the right hand palm edge flat, slowly press the clay top. My left hand will keep the side wall in shape. I need 20 cm for this pot base, which is my open hand size. Now that the base size has reached my target size, clean the clay surface for the next step. Create a center hole with my right middle finger supported by my left fingers. Left about 7 mm of the bottom thickness. Slowly open the hole with my right fingertips, compressing the top clay to the main body. Repeat the same action until the wall becomes a good thickness for pulling. A wooden rib is used to compress the bottom. Initial bottom thickness is 7 mm. It will be reduced to 5 mm after compressed. My left fingers, positioned behind the wooden rib, compresses the clay that has accumulated by the rib. Without this compression, this part of the clay tends to crumble and become waste. The wall is almost ready to be pulled up. Compress the bottom again to make a sturdy base. Now that the base is made, let's stretch the wall. The right ring finger presses the bottom of the wall, while the left middle finger applies pressure from the opposite side, resulting in a thinner and taller clay wall. Connect both thumbs to make two hands into one tool. I keep my left index finger on the outside of the wall to maintain the top inwards. I'm going to make a cone shape. Use a wooden rib to stretch an even thin wall. The cone shape can be your preference, making this project excellent practice for stretching the wall. Use a wooden bar to stretch from the inside, which also makes the internal surface smoother. One corner of the bar is pressed against the clay, while my left index finger applies pressure at that point, gradually moving upwards to the top. Time to close the top. Make a diamond shape with both hands, gently squeezing the pot, and slide the hands up simultaneously. When the hand reaches the top, the left hand maintains the position and the right hand lightly pinches the edge as the clay gathers at the top. Repeat the action a few times to maintain consistent thickness. Let's close the top. The top clay gets thicker as the clay is squeezed in, so stretch it more to make a thinner wall. Clean the bottom. I trim the edge with a metal tool to make a clean circle. Then separate the pot from the bat using a string. Please don't forget to make a small vent hole with a needle for trapped air inside. This is very important. Leave the pot overnight to dry it to the leather hard stage. The pinhole for the air vent prevents the pot from cracking during the drying process. Use a chuck to trim the bottom. Wet the chuck to ensure good contact with the wheel. Before centering, position the pot bottom horizontally flat using a round spirit level. This flat board aids in covering the entire area. I position the spirit level in the center and adjust the pot until the bubble aligns in the middle. Then I can center the entire unit together. Use a trimming spinner to hold the pot. This spinner consists of two discs with a bearing in between. The top disc remains under my finger, while the base disc spins with the pot. It's a real finger saver. You can buy it online. Trimming spinner is the key term. Trim the bottom corner with an angle, then smooth it for easy pickup. Make a concealed foot ring by marking 1 cm from the outside. Now trim the circles first. Then trim the circle's peaks to avoid creating waves in the flat trimming surface. Repeat the process until the bottom becomes flat. Polish the surface to make it smoother, compressing the clay at the same time for stronger edges. Trim the surface. Secure the pot with 3 pieces of clay after centering. Mark a line 2 cm above the bottom. This is a cutting point. Trim the surface with a metal curve tool. To make a straight line, place the straight edge and find the point where the pot and the straight edge become apart. Then trim that part. Create a guideline for a spiral. Keep my right hand at the 9 o'clock position, then move it slowly downward. My right arm is anchored on the splash pan for a steady motion. Focus on the gap between the lines. Now trim under the line to create a three-dimensional feeling on the tree. After making a few trees, these line and trimming action can be done in one go. Now the cone becomes a candle holder. Spray water to make the clay softer. If the surface is too hard, the cutting edge chips often. Make half round cut first. This becomes extra 3D effect. Then cut holes in the gaps. Candlelight will come through these holes. This pot features an interlocking lid. Make cuts in 3 points and allocate those on one side to find the matching point easily. So keep one side free from the interlock cut. If the cut number is below 3 points, the lid will slide off easily from the pot. Cut the rest of the line to separate the lid using a thin blade. This tree has a base. If you use LED light candles, it may be easier to make a cone without a bottom. Using a real candles, you need a base, otherwise wax make a mess. I made a small trees without a base for LED tea lights. They create a fantastic atmosphere on the table. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed watching this pottery process. Happy creating, and I'll see you in the next pottery video. Merry Christmas to all of you.